VC. Hi VC, here's Dave back with you again, and I said in my last video that there were some CDs that I wanted to show, and I didn't really have time to show them in my last video. It was kind of running on a bit as it was, mostly CDs, but I'm also going to show some LPs that I picked up in a charity shop of some early music as in medieval and Renaissance music. Starting off, Swans, a band who, long-running band led by Michael Gyra, industrial noise drone band from New York. This is the third in a trilogy of albums that they've released in the last few years, and that is the Glowing Man. Double album. So vinyl edition was very pricey, so it settled for the CD. Yeah, this came out late last year, late 2016. Yeah, so really continuing on from the last, prior to this they released To Be Kind, and prior to that the Seer. So this is really part of a trilogy, so it's kind of, yeah, this actually sounds slightly mellower than To Be Kind. There's actually a bit of a strong drone element, but still that kind of heavy, uncompromising sound. But yeah, slightly mellow, kind of contemplative kind of moments in here as well. Swans, the Glowing Man, released on Mute Records. Okay, so I made a big, as you know, I'm always going into charity shops or thrift shops. Very good places to find CDs at the moment. Vinyl can be a bit dry sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, but a lot of the time you will hit a good vein when it comes to CDs. Now, there's a charity shop in town where I found a big donation of mostly should I say, not all of them, promo CDs that somebody, I think, actually belonged to a journalist, because his name was actually on one of them. I gave some of these to Ben Costello. I think he showed some of them. There's a Sonic Youth one as well. But starting off now, this isn't actually a promo, but I think this was in with, I got this in with, I think it was donated in with the promo CDs. This is something that I've been looking for, and this is the debut album from Aphex Twin. Selected Ambient Works 8592. This was released back in 1992 originally. This is a reissue from around about 2001, or sorry, 2011, relatively recently, but it has different artwork to this is what the original artwork on cover was like. But I got this for only 50 cents, and yeah, this goes for, yeah, I don't think there's any copies of this particular edition on sale for less than €10 at the moment. So but yeah, this is a fantastic album. It's one I've been looking for. This is the one that brought him to international fame back in the early 90s. Aphex Twin, Selected Ambient Works 8592. This is actually one I haven't actually opened it yet. This is still in shrink wrap. And a Brun Rarities. This is also promo CD. See that there. But and Brun, Norwegian singer. Yeah, I still haven't actually gotten around to opening this. I just realised that now, just when I started shooting the video. a self-titled album from Polar Bear. Polar Bear are a band who I heard a lot about in recent years, but I've never really gotten around to checking them out. But this is a promo of it's not their debut album, it's maybe their third album from 2008, self-titled. Yeah, so this is kind of this is contemporary jazz, kind of ambient flavored jazz, and I really like this album. I'll definitely be checking out more of their stuff. But yeah, they're yeah, very much kind of jazz for the kind of I wouldn't quite call it fusion, but yeah, very much kind of take it into the new millennium, so to speak. Oh yeah, this is another one I haven't listened to yet. The Cult, Weapon of Choice. This is actually numbered. Number 693. I'm not sure how many copies of this there are out there. Yeah, another promo item. Beck and the Information. This is not the full album, but this is a kind of promo EP sampler kind of a thing. So it's got a few tracks on it. Not the entire album, but so it comes with these stickers. But yeah, for 50 cents, definitely wasn't going to leave that one behind. There's another one, Bill Frissel. Bill Frissel, History Mystery. This is from 2008. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. I just had to listen to this. Really like it. I don't know if there's no artwork with this, or there's no sleeve or whatever. It's basically just a very basic packaging for this promo CD, but it cost me next to nothing. So definitely worth grabbing. Underworld. Another promo CD, Underworld, the Born Slippy, that track from Trainspotting. Underworld, A Collection. This is a compilation album featuring all their highlights. Yeah, also featuring some of some Brian Eno and Carl Hyde's collaborations on here as well. Now the following, this is not a promo, but this was actually in with that stuff as well. But this is music by Eric Satie, piano music. Very little by Satie. Very hard to find him in the wild, even on CD I find. So this is Roland Pontien, who I think is a Scandinavian pianist, maybe Swedish. I'm not Finnish, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So quite pleased to find that. Oh yeah, and again, this is not a promo CD, but this was in with that whole bunch of stuff. And this I was definitely not leaving behind. That is Radiohead, Hail to the Thief, special edition. Now, I did actually, I found this previously. Sorry. Yeah, so sorry, something was kind of it was sort of free. The whole thing was freezing there for a few seconds. Yeah, I previously found this without the CD in another location, maybe about a year ago, and but this one does have the CD, thankfully. It does have the disc with it, so picked up big massive fold out poster kind of thing. But yeah, I think you get the picture. Yeah, okay, here we go. So that is Radiohead Hail to the Thief special CD edition. Okay, moving on now. Got these in a separate location. Two by Belle And Sebastian. Belle And Sebastian, If You're Feeling Sinister. This is from 96, I think. Yeah, 96. I think it might be their second album. Not 100% sure. The Boy with the Arab Strap, which of course was named after Arab Strap, another Scottish band from who were kind of merged at the same time as Belle And Sebastian. CD single. This doesn't need any introduction. Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Got a few bonus tracks here as well. Even in His Youth and Aneurysm. Nirvana, interesting enough, they played their debut European concert just literally 2 or 3 minutes walk down the road from where I am now, at a venue called Sir Henry's here in Cork. That was back in 1991, and they were playing Support to Sonic Youth, and I wasn't there. I wish I could say I was, but I wasn't, unfortunately. Yeah, Echo and the Bunnymen, Ocean Rain. This was actually sealed when I found it in a charity shop, so it was brand new. This is a collector's edition with bonus material. This, as far as I'm concerned, is their last really good album. I don't think they did an awful lot terribly interesting after this. In my opinion, this came out in '84. It was it was a part of a string of really good albums that they released. Okay, some oh yeah, Stereolab. Always, definitely worth grabbing Stereolab in the wild, even if it's on CD, because pretty hard to find. This is Mars Odiak Quintet is the name of the album. This came out in maybe '94. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, love Stereolab, and as I said, they're pretty hard. Their original vinyl is unbelievably expensive, but even their CDs are hard enough to find in the wild. But this cost me next to nothing, so wasn't going to leave it behind. Okay, some modern avant-garde classical. 2 seconds. I'm actually just missing something. If you just, yeah. This is by a composer called Richard Barrett, Welsh composer. Yeah, sort of contemporary piece. This was only released in 1995, so very much kind of contemporary classical. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the music from I don't know if anybody remembers that TV series I, Claudius. I know he didn't do the music, but something in this kind of reminds me of that. This kind of sense of all to do with you see there, Memento Mori, an image of the skull, quite downbeat. If you can describe it properly. Olivier Messiaen, French avant-garde composer. This is through Petit liturgies, which is basically three short liturgies, and Saint Richant. This is on Superfon, that Czech label. I found this literally just today in a charity shop. Very hard to find anything by Messiaen in the wild. Interesting enough, there's a ticket inside in the CD for a BBC radio concert, which included BBC singers conducted by Simon Jolie, which includes a performance of the second piece on this CD. So it's quite interesting. Looks like I don't know when the date's from, but it certainly looks maybe from the 80s. I don't know. Or probably, I don't know, probably the 90s, because when this CD came out. Okay. I picked this up at the same time. Rodion Shishorian, Soviet composer. I haven't listened to this one yet, but thought it looked pretty interesting. Piano concertos, all fairly modern, dating from between the 50s to the 70s. Okay. Get onto the vinyl now. I found these all in a charity shop about 2 weeks ago. €1.50 each, so pretty cheap. Gregorian chant. This is from the Abbey of Kergonan, which I believe is in France. This is on a French label called Arion, and all of them are in really excellent condition. More Gregorian chant. This is on the Decca label. Again, more. This is also from Solissime, which is a quite famous abbey in France. They quite a lot of they released quite a lot of music of the Gregorian chant from that particular monastery, I believe. Moving on quickly. Composer from English composer from the Elizabethan era, William Byrd. Mass in 3 parts and Mass in 3 in 4 parts. I picked up something by him previously with the same artwork. Well, I presume there's only one picture of him in existence, probably. And another one featuring music by William Byrd. Mass in 5 parts. So this is on the Saga label, an absolutely beautiful artwork there. Illuminated medieval manuscripts there, and on the back as well. All of these are, they're virtually worth grabbing for this, for the sleeves alone. They're just like real works of art, So that's it. Probably be back to the vinyl with my next update. It's Friday, so hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time.